Now let's take a look at how we can find the volume of any rectangular prism. Any rectangular prism, we can find the volume in a very simple way. We can use this formula, and I'm sure that you guys have seen it before in 5th grade or 6th grade, 5th grade or 4th grade. Volume is equal to length times width times height. So let's take a look over here at our rectangular prism. It's a rectangular prism because it has two rectangular bases. Here's one, and here's the other, our rectangular prism. And we can see very quickly that our length is 4 centimeters right here. This is our length. And we have our width of 3 centimeters right here. 3 centimeters for our length, for our width. And then we have a height also of 5 centimeters. Now if we follow our formula, which we can do now because we know how it actually works, that we're actually filling this little thing up with little unit cubes, and we're trying to find out how many there are. And we can go ahead and use our formula. So volume is going to be equal to length times width times height. And in this case, our length is 4 centimeters, our width is 3 centimeters, and our height is 5 centimeters. So volume will be equal to 4 times 3 times 5. 4 times 3 is 12. Using PEMDAS here, we're going from left to right with our multiplication. 4 times 3 is 12. And then 12 times 5 is what? Wait for it. 60. Volume is equal to 60 what? It's equal to 60 centimeters. Now is that cubed? Yes, it is. It's centimeters cubed because we have length times width times height. Now, this reminds us, if you remember, we talked about our unit cubes. If we wanted to find the area, the volume of this little unit cube here, we would multiply our length times our width times our height. And that would give us 1 times 1 times 1. Now, when we look at 1 times 1 times 1, we know, using our rules of exponents, that we know that 1 times 1 times 1 is actually 1 to the third. And of course, 1 times 1 times 1 is just 1. It is 1 centimeter cubed. 1 centimeter cubed. So, the formula for volume of a rectangular prism is length times width times height. And that should get you set for this next problem we're going to take a look at. We're going to find the volume of this moving truck. Now this moving truck, it is a rectangular prism. We've got a rectangular base here and a rectangular base on the back side. And we've been given its length, its width, and its height. We have a length of 30 feet. I have a length of 30 feet right down here. We have a width of 10 feet. Right down here, a width of 10 feet, and then a height of 12 feet. The height is 12 feet. Now we remember that our formula for for volume of any rectangular prism is length times width times height. Now maybe you've already calculated this. Hopefully you can do it before I can. We have length of 30. We have a width of 10. And we have a height of 12. So volume is going to be equal to those all multiplied together. So let me get out my trusty dusty calculator here. You can pull out your own. 30 times 10 times 12. 30 times 10 times 12 is 3,600. 3,600 feet. And what kind of feet is it? 3,600 feet cubed. So there you have it. Very simple. And you should be set to do the homework in section 12.3. So take a little bit of time and work on the homework for section 12.3. If nothing else, do the first few and then we can move on.